want you to see my armpits. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I suppose you're wondering what, maybe you're not, but if you are wondering what I'm up to, I am underneath the front end of my 1971 Dodge motorhome, Moho Nixon. Recently, we rebuilt the carburetor in hopes of being able to get this old boy to drive under its own power again. But the temporary solution to all of that is I've got to take the factory fuel system out of the equation, because it is full of really stinky gas. So it was a little bit easier. I probably could have done it from up top, but it looked a little easier to get the hose off of the fuel pump, the feed hose, and attach another line that I can run to a gas can up top. I'm about to tighten this hose clamp for my feed, and then I disconnected the other line because I flushed it out, and man, this gas is really funky. I'm hoping at some point to be able to drop the tank, there's probably a few gallons in it, and clean it out and get it to function under its own system again. But in the meantime, the temporary solution, it's not ready for the road. I mean, it could, but not registered, insured, all those fun things. So we're not planning on driving it anytime in the very near future. But as a goal-setting person, I have challenged myself to make everything I have with an engine and transmission in it run this summer. And so this is on that list. The other one, my 68 Dodge Charger. We are doing a cam swap on that here, hopefully very soon. It's Moho Nixon's turn. We're gonna get that carburetor put on here shortly as well and try to fire things up. Now we're topside. Setting the freshly rebuilt Holley 2-barrel on top of this intake manifold. I'll go ahead and get things tightened up as far as the mounting bolts. Then we'll hook up yield throttle linkage. Trying to adjust this choke and whatnot. Well, it's on, hooked up, seemingly in functioning order. So the next step will be to throw a battery in it, prime the carb, and, well, fire it up. How about that? Just kidding. Forgot to hook this up. This is the fuel feed. Without this, the carburetor won't fill up with fuel. And I may just end up pouring a bunch of gasoline all over the intake manifold again. Not really wanting to do that. I just got buzzed by something. I think it was one of these guys. Or maybe one of those guys. I don't know how many of those yellow jacketed friends are living in Moho Nixon right now, but it's significant. So we probably won't be resuming demolition anytime soon. But then again, you know, we could waste them. we could wipe them all out. The important thing is getting Moho Nixon running again. I think I mentioned in the carb rebuild video that I had accidentally dropped the carb, but the carb stud took most of the blunt force trauma and tweaked it a little bit. It does fit under the stock air cleaner, but it was a pain to kind of get this wing nut back on there, which sucks. I think that was the guy that buzzed me. I currently own a Wasp motel. Yeah, we're gonna have to go crazy with the freaking wasp murder. Oh, they're having a moment. Since we are at the undisclosed location, a little teaser. My 68 Dodge Charger. Don't worry about that. We'll talk about that one another time. So we just got to finish that job. Unfortunately, it does mean I still got to pull the balancer and water pump housing, timing chain, and all that fun stuff. But that hopefully coming very soon. Battery installed and on the charger for a little bit of supplemental. We are about ready to try and start this. Just gonna get back down to the carburetor. Since I didn't prime first as far as the carburetor, backup plan. Must be a connection, something. It's a little bit of a sketchy fusible link here, which, yeah, I need to fix that. Good chance that's part of my problem. Crank it over to 200 amp engine start. That helped. Starting to catch a little fuel in the filter. Sprayed a little starting fluid down the throat. See if we can help it out. Already. Still a little stinky. Mess with some air fuel mixture here really quick to idle. Going to turn these a little bit till it improves or makes worse the idle. It seems like it wants a little bit of outward turning. Ladies and gents, he's running again. Check the old Sun Super Tack 2. Shows we're idling about 500. Sounds a little higher than that, but we'll give it a little help. See if we can get it up to 650, 700 or so. Pressure's a little lower than I remember. About 30 pounds according to this gauge. Looks like I might have a little leak. Okay, I'm gonna shut it off and tighten that down. Let's try a restart. Not too shabby. Got a vacuum hose here, a vacuum advance. There is still something leaking. I'm not really sure what that is yet. Thought it was coming from up here. The fuel line, which, okay, it still is. I gotta figure that out. It's collecting under the bowl, which is really freaking me out. So I'm gonna check that out. Checked, retightened, cleaned. Let's try it again. Man, that restart's awesome. Kind of looks like I'm going to be replacing that fuel line section. It keeps dripping out of there. So, yeah, we'll do that. Figure let's put it in gear. Tires are a little low on a couple of them, so it's definitely trying to go. We won't be driving today though. Definitely slowed whatever down on that, but I think that section, so this piece is new, but this piece, what was in the thing before, so it's not happy. Got to get equipping that. Moho Nixon's alive again. There are oil leaks and things. This thing's been around a long time. Burning off a few cobwebs, I'm sure too. Gonna have to fix some of the insulation in the doghouse so I can get that back in. That's nice and warm right by my foot, as you might imagine. That's still doing good. All right, friends, Moho Nixon runs again. So we do need to take it for a drive, but yeah, I've got my trailer over here, but I've got a trailer in the way and this piece of crap that I've got to deal with. Oh, we're finally building a little temperature too. Leak seems to have fixed itself, I guess. Woo! We're cooking off whatever we're cooking off down there. Want to say hi to our buddies? All right, friends. For the time being, Moho will run off of this. Oh, shoot. You guys? If you want to start a fire, that's one way to do it. That could have been bad. Well, there's your safety lesson for the day, folks. Don't put the rubber fuel line that you're running to your makeshift gas tank against the hot exhaust manifold. Any spiders? If that burnt through there, we'd have spraying gas everywhere, and we'd probably have a flambe, and Moho Nixon would be in some deep trouble. With that, we're going to call this episode. Hopefully we'll get to driving it soon, but I think we're going to have to wait on a few things. And I've got a lot of wasps to kill before I can start deconstructing the motorhome portion of Moho Nixon. But we do plan on doing that here pretty soon, I think. Wouldn't be bad if it cooled down around here either. It's been pretty close to 100 most of the month of July so far, I think. At least it feels that way. And today it'll definitely be in the mid to upper 90s again. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. If you're a subscriber, you're awesome. You're amazing. I'm glad to have you on board. If you're not a subscriber, please give that some consideration. Definitely would love to have you on board as well. With that, guys, take care, and we'll see you on the next one.